just am no longer willing to sit in rooms where I'm uncomfortable, even if that means I have to distance myself from people that I never thought I would have to distance myself from. I love myself so much and I'm so at peace and comfortable in my own space, finally, why would I choose to be anywhere where I'm given the opposite of that? Make time for what you want to make time for. And I don't want to make time to convince people to love me. It's definitely given me this excitement to start building a family of my own. I just feel like I understand so much better now how much people struggle on the holidays when they don't feel like they have that like tight-knit family to run to. That's been hard for me, so I feel it. If you are somebody that's dealing with loneliness this holiday season, my main piece of advice is
so grateful that I made it this far. Almost thought I had to call my mama in a cup car. Benny's everything for me and everything I need. I would be nothing if you didn't give me no reason to be.
Hey friends! I know you're gonna see the glare in my glasses, but whatever, it is what it is. It is Thursday. It's almost Christmas. Christmas is on Monday. I just dropped my son off to his dad's for the weekend. He's gonna come back right before Christmas morning. So he's gonna go spend some time there, and I realized my son's been out of school the past couple of days because it's Christmas break. And so I realized I haven't vlogged for the past few days. And I'm like, you know what? I got some things that I could get off my chest. Let me just pop the camera up real quick. I'm on my way back to go to my parents' house to meet them to go to a church service for Christmas because apparently everybody else or the rest of the family is busy until then. I don't know. They just said meet them there. So I'm going to meet them there with no questions asked. Oh, I thought a big bump. Also, I had Nika messing with my little phone mount today, and I had to tighten it. So if it's a little shaky until I stop it, just, I'm doing my best, okay? I'm learning as I go. Not for real. No, I really have had a lot on my mind per usual, but especially with the holiday season here, this is like one of the first years that I am not as close to my family as I always have been. I've always been very family oriented. Like I've always been very close to my mom and my sister, and I love all the family events and going to my grandparents' house, and I've always loved it. But nowadays, I still love my family, of course, but I just think I'm growing apart from a lot of them, and it feels so strange. And it's honestly, it's sad. It's been sad to experience, especially during the holiday season when I'm used to being so excited to buy everybody gifts and go celebrate and go to my grandma's house and see all my family. And it's just like, I have no interest in really doing that. And not because I dislike my family. I love my family. But I don't know. I feel like at this age and at this point in my relationship with myself, I just am no longer willing to sit in rooms where I'm uncomfortable. Even if that means I have to distance myself from people that I never thought I would have to distance myself from. And it's not them. It's no hard feelings, but I had to learn that it's not selfish to put myself first. It's not selfish to choose myself. It's not selfish to protect myself and stand up for myself, especially in rooms where I'm unwelcomed, or where I'm uncomfortable, or where I'm unseen, or where I am getting made fun of, or spoken down on, or whatever it is. It was like once I started learning about what love was, I've talked about that a lot, how I literally opened the Bible one day and was like, I want to discover what love is supposed to be. Like, what is love? Not just how I've experienced it, but what is it? What was it created to be? And the more I've learned about what love is, I realized so much how many rooms I've been in that had fake love, where the love that was given to me was not what love was supposed to be. It's not supposed to feel like that. It's not supposed to look like that. It's not supposed to be like that. And so nowadays I just feel like where in rooms where I feel unloved or I feel like there's fake love and I ain't really rocking with it, I'm leaving. Like, why sit in rooms where I'm uncomfortable? If I'm responsible for me, if I'm in charge of me, why you do that? If I'm responsible for me, then why am I not standing up for myself and saying, it's no disrespect to anybody in the room, however, I'm more comfortable outside of this space. I'm not comfortable here. I don't like how I'm being spoken to here. I don't know. I guess I've just learned to do that. I've learned to stand up for myself, especially with how much I've learned to love myself. If I love myself so much and I'm so at peace and comfortable in my own space, finally, why would I choose to be anywhere where I'm given the opposite of that, where I feel the opposite of that? Like, I can't do it anymore. And it's not even that I can't. I don't want to. I don't deserve to, so I'm not going to do it. And it's caused a lot of controversy with certain family members. You know, people feel like, oh, I don't love them anymore, or oh, I'm way too busy, or I'm too good to hang out with certain people, and I'm not. I'm definitely not better than anybody, and you make time for what you want to make time for, and I don't want to make time to convince people to love me. I don't want to sit and make time to update people on my life when all year round they haven't checked on me at all. Like, you don't really actually care about what's going on with me, because if you did, you wouldn't need a whole full year update every time we get together as a family, because you would be a part of my life. And I just don't like that. I don't like holding hands at the dinner table anymore, where I'm getting interviewed and people are like, well, what'd you do this for? What are you doing here? Why don't you just be a part of my life and figure it out? If we're such family, why aren't you part of my life so you can know that? I'm just saying, but who am I? Anyway, that's just been bothering me lately. I had to learn to stop chilling in rooms where I'm uncomfortable. I had to learn to stop sitting in rooms where I'm disrespecting myself to respect another individual. I don't know what to tell you. I had to blast. But no, it truly has been difficult, because there's a lot of people that don't understand, and I don't want to disrespect anybody. Like, it really isn't personal like that. It's more so being selfish and putting myself first for the first time in my life. And a lot of times for me through this journey, that has meant distancing myself from places and people that I don't feel comfortable around, that I don't feel valued and loved and cherished and honored and seen. I will say, you know, I can never leave it off on a negative stance or a negative page. I will say that it's definitely given me this excitement to start building a family of my own. You know, I have myself, of course, and I have my son, my little guy, he's 7. So I've definitely started building that family up, but I'm excited to really start building that, you know, family of individuals that love me and see me and that I love and that I see, and grow with them and start building a life that I can be proud of. Yeah, I don't know. It's exciting to me. The older I get, the more I'm like, I can't wait to spend the holidays with a family that I created, you know, a family that I created with a partner that loves me. It's just so exciting to me to start traditions, drinking hot chocolate and putting the Christmas tree up and going to church services, or just loving each other, you know, loving one another, being a family that loves genuinely. I'm excited for that. Not that about to make me emotional. I just feel like I understand so much better now how much people struggle on the holidays when they don't feel like they have that like tight-knit family to run to, like to not have anybody's house to go to that you feel comfortable and you feel excited to be there or welcomed, you know, not welcomed because you're somebody's daughter, not welcomed because you're of the role that you play in their life, but just because you're you, like welcomed because they love you. I don't know. That's been hard for me. So I feel it. Those that don't have a nice, tight-knit, big family to go to for the holidays, it's like I feel it more now. Of course, I will never actually understand because I have a family that I can go to if I choose, but I definitely feel the feelings a little more. You know, I could never understand that in any type of way. I could never relate with that in any type of way. And I feel like I can relate more that sense of loneliness during the holidays when you feel like, yeah, I can get people gifts, but it's not the same. It's not like I have relationships and friendships and family ships where we both pour into each other and we both love each other and see each other, and I want to get you something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I sound crazy. I never know if I sound crazy on these daggone vlogs, but I'm just speaking my truth. I'm just speaking my experience. Anyway, if you are somebody that's dealing with loneliness this holiday season, my main piece of advice is to start building that relationship and that friendship within yourself. I talk about this on live a lot, but it was something that really freed me, is learning the difference between being lonely and being alone. Because definition wise, being lonely is the sadness of being alone, whereas being alone just means that you don't have somebody physically next to you in your space. And so I started learning, like, okay, well, how do I not feel sad when I'm by myself? Like, why can I be happy in other people's presence, but I can't be happy in my own? What am I doing, or what am I participating in when I'm around other people that I'm not doing or participating in when I'm by myself to make myself feel sad in those moments? And so I just started thinking and researching and paying attention to all the ways that I interact with other people. And I started interacting like that in my own space. I started checking in with my own self. I started validating my own self. I started cherishing my own self. I got to know me in a real way. Now that I've built such a solid relationship within my own self, and I can genuinely say I like me, like I like to vibe with me, I like to chill with me, I love sitting alone. Now that I've built that relationship, I can be alone without being lonely. And that has freed me from a lot of uncomfortable situations, a lot of uncomfortable feelings, a lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak. So my advice on that is to really prioritize the relationship that you have with yourself, even if it's uncomfortable and it's difficult and it's hard. Building that solid relationship within you will help you in so many other aspects of your life. I'm trying to tell you.